This program is made by MPT to enrich the diverse communities throughout our state and is made possible by the generous support of our members. Thank you.
Going to do this for as long as I can. I'm blessed to have this opportunity. I want to make the most of it.
We follow the minor leagues and we follow the draft. So, we know these players' names and when they were drafted.
There's nothing better than going to the ballpark, particularly when it's right here in your backyard.
The Keys really bring it to another level, how close they are in the community and how family-oriented they are.
It's always nice to come out here and so on, have a little liquid libation, get some hot dogs, of course, got to have the hot dogs.
From crack-of-the-bat home runs to late-inning drama, there's a renewed energy for the Frederick Keys this season. Hello, everyone. I'm Nancy Yamada for the MPT Sports Desk here at Harry Grove Stadium. The Keys are once again the high-A affiliate for the Baltimore Orioles, and they're ready to win some games and entertain the crowds. In a moment, we will talk to some of the loyal fans and new stars with eyes for the MLB. But first, here's Keys General Manager Slater Fuchs. They say everything old is new again, and that couldn't be more true here in Frederick, where the Keys have its high-A affiliate with the Baltimore Orioles back. Slater, thanks for having us here. As the general manager, talk to us about how all of this happened. I know that it was a minor league affiliate until 2019, and how did you get it back again?
Yeah, I think that the most important thing was when the ownership group purchased the team, they had the vision of wanting to bring an affiliate back here. Frederick, is a fantastic market. It's a premier minor league market. It always has been since the team was founded in 1990 when they first began playing here at Harry Grove Stadium. The vision long term was always to bring a team back, an affiliated team. Really, the thing that stopped the affiliation here was the player facing, everything that was player facing, the clubhouses, the facilities that they were training in. And through the renovation, we've been able to bring that up to the PDL standards, which is the standards by which Major League Baseball has for every team. So, really, the vision was to do that, and that was step one, and that's what we've been able to do here. And, as you can see, we've been able to bring it up to those and get it back.
Sure. Let's talk about this almost $40 million makeover. It's a beautiful stadium, but talk about the changes. What's new?
Yeah, so we had to redo the clubhouses. We built brand new home and visitor. We moved the bullpens off the fields, which really gives the ballpark a whole new look. We built a 10,000 square foot center where players can train from doing drills to batting. We've built the visiting tunnels on the visiting side and really just gave the whole place a facelift, which I really think it needed. And we've added a very large tent that will increase the fan experience here, and down the right field line we've added other fan facing spots.
Full disclosure, I'm a huge baseball fan. My boys are baseball players, and we've been longtime fans of the Frederick Keys. Talk about what will they notice the change, getting its minor league status back?
Yeah, I think fans will notice. The first thing they will notice is just the way the ballpark looks now. When they first set foot in here. And then they're going to notice the quality of play on the field. I will say that the MLB Draft League was a great quality of play. And the Draft League kept baseball here in town. And we are very, very, very grateful for that. But they're going to notice, the increased quality of play. And the tie back to the Baltimore Orioles is huge. This is a O's town, and people want to see, all of the young talent coming up.
I should point out that Slater is the vice president of Attain Sports, which owns and operates several minor league teams. Talk to us as the vice president. How involved are you in the roster, in recruiting players and signing them? In general, what are your duties as the GM?
Sure. When people hear GM, they tend to think player transactions, because that's the Major League GM. And that's really what it is. It's the Major League GM oversees all player transactions. So really, as the GM of a minor league team, you're more on the operational side of making sure players are getting here, that their experience here is good, but we really don't we don't do anything to do with the actual roster.
Let's talk about this season. There are 66 home games, is my understanding. That essentially means you're planning 66 parties, right? Because you want the fans to feel like it's one big party.
We always say here that we're the hosts of the party. You know, as fans walk in, we want, you know, our staff to greet them with a smile and make sure that everybody has, you know, a really nice time here. I mean, that is paramount here.
Walk us through game day. How many people are working, and what are you and your staff doing to ensure that everyone has a great time?
Sure, I mean, we get here, our staff gets here, you know, between 8 and 9, and we start getting the ballpark ready. So we put everything out and start to clean it, make sure everything's ready, in place, make sure the players, everything's good there.
Let's talk about fan favorite food. When I was talking to the fans, a lot of them were talking about, you know, what they always get when they come here. But I know that the concessions have really changed over the years, right?
Yeah, concessions as a business, I think, has changed a ton. In the 1990s, I think people just came out for a hot dog and a beer. And in 2026, fans, you know, they like the elevated, they want more of the funnel cake, the, you know, elevated experience. We've really strived to have more options, especially more of the healthy side.
What are some of those options?
So you can get a shrimp a cocktail here. You can get vegan food here. So, you know, and that's what the fans seem to want. And so we've done our best to cater to that.
How hard is it to get the people from elsewhere? I know that it has a huge local draw, but to get people from Washington and Baltimore to come out to see the Keys?
Yeah, I mean, I think that we have a great draw. I mean, we really do try to draw from not just Frederick County, but all the counties surrounding here. I do think it helps a ton to have an affiliate back with that, as, you know, a lot of people come out to see the prospects play. We'll have a lot of rehabs here with the Orioles, so fans will come in to see that as well. And, you know, so we're really spreading our wings a little bit more in terms of who's coming out here. But no, I mean, I think we draw very well from, you know, the whole region.
I noticed there's so many theme nights, and that they're super fun for the fans. Which ones have been the most successful, and any new ones this year?
So the most successful is going to be Star Wars night and July 4th. I mean, those are always the hits. We can always count on having a lot of fans in our stands. But every year we go back to the drawing table on what should we do. And we try to, you know, take into account what fans want, and we actively seek out, hey, if, you know, what do you want to see us do? So we try to tailor it that way.
And how chaotic is dog night? Isn't there bring your dog to the park night?
So we have WAG Wednesdays, so every Wednesday you can bring your dog out. So, but yeah, we love dogs. Frederick loves dogs. So, I mean, it just plays so well into what everyone does here.
Okay, thankfully my dog won't understand this interview, but but you heard that. Slater Fuchs, thanks so much for having us, and best of luck for an amazing season.
Thank you.
The odds are long, but the dreams are big for minor league players chasing major league dreams.
It's been a long road. Started back when I was a kid, obviously, learning from my father and my older brothers who all played baseball, so that was my general roots to the game. But then get to college and to start deciding that this is what I want to do in the future. Got recruited by the Orioles to come out here, and yeah, spent last year in Aberdeen, so it's cool to get the flip to come over here to Frederick. It's been a great town so far. We're really enjoying it.
Oh, it's a great opportunity. I wake up every day feeling super blessed and grateful. And, you know, the days kind of blend together sometimes, but it's good to have a good group of guys on your side, you know, if things aren't going well, but it's been great.
The more you play the game, the more confident you get in your abilities, the easier it becomes to go take the field every day and play with a less stressful mindset. You just go out there and have fun and be free.
In Frederick here, we're kind of spoiled a little bit with this facility. It's not usually like this in the minor leagues, but I'm glad the Orioles are, you know, really focusing on player development in the minor league side. And we're extremely grateful to have this facility here to make us better ball players and better people as well.
How much pressure is it to be playing for the minor leagues now?
Honestly, I wouldn't say it's much pressure at all. The more I've come to grow in my faith in Christ, just learned that it really doesn't matter what we do on the field every day. It's just, it matters how we show up and the work that we put in and how we glorify the Lord in everything that we do. So it really doesn't care if we go over 4 or make errors in the field. really matters how you hold yourself and how you treat your teammates. So I'm trying to put my focus more on those things.
When you're in the minor leagues, it's more of everyone has the same talent. It's more of who has the mental side of the game, because it's really important. It's a long season, so you're going to have some tough edges.
It's certainly not as glamorous as the MLB. Talk about
Yeah.
what does your day-to-day look like?
Every day is pretty similar. We kind of say it's a little bit like Groundhog Day. You show up to the yard about the same time. You got your activation in the weight room, hitting, defensive work, lifting, all these things that lead up to the game.
We usually get here, 7 p.m. game, we get here around 1 or 2, and I do some rehab stuff, some hip, arm care exercises, go throw. If I have a lift that day, I go lift and then get ready for the game.
How do you rebound from a bad game?
So for me, it's just like remembering it's really not my identity. I'm a baseball player and that's what I do, but really my identity comes in Christ. So there's just so many more important things out there that I'm out here playing a kid's game for a job. It's really not the worst thing in the world to have a bad day. You know, it's easy to, or it's not easy, but for me, it's been going home and just remembering that I'm way more than just a baseball player at the end of the day, and just finding my identity in other things besides the sport.
I've changed my mindset a little bit, like process-oriented. So if I have a good process but the results don't show, I kind of won't go down on myself. I'll kind of trust the process and know that in the long run, I'll be designated for success.
Just gonna do this for as long as I can. I'm blessed to have this opportunity. I want to make the most of it. So just make every single day matter. And yeah, if I get to the bigs, that's great. That's my ultimate goal. But you know, it goes beyond that.
The goal is to be in the big leagues. Also, be a great teammate. You know, surround myself with all these guys and have their backs and they have mine, and just enjoy the moment.
Only about 0.5% of high school players end up getting drafted and signed to a professional minor league contract. Here's a few more factoids about minor league baseball. And now let's go behind the scenes with the man in charge of the operations and logistics of the minor league player development system. Ken Quall says life in the minor leagues have changed a lot.
We've got 7 teams and almost 250 players. So there's always, the only constant is the change in the rosters and the movement. I'm also the point person with each of our minor league affiliates and work closely with those teams and their GMs. And in recent years, I've been fortunate enough to be a part of the construction projects in Maryland, where we're getting these unbelievable facilities. A lot of the changes that happened from MLB had to do with the health and safety and wellness of the players and just ways that we can enhance their performance. So we went to these 6-game homestands so that players were not on a bus every Wednesday or Thursday night, traveling all night and then having to play the next day. They changed the facility standards where we now have nice weight rooms and training rooms. Things were upgraded like player housing. And the major league team is now responsible for all the housing accommodations for players. So there's been countless changes that just make the experience better for the players. Our intention with taking care of the off-field logistics is so they can focus their time and attention at the ballpark. But the other thing that's changed a lot in baseball is our staff numbers have I think tripled in the time I've been with the Orioles in 14 years. So we just have more resources for the players, more medical staff, more strength staff, more mental performance staff, more analysts to help the players understand the metrics and the information. So we're just trying to provide as many resources for the players to help their path to the big leagues get just a little bit easier, you know, each step of the way. Players move quickly through the farm system now. That's one of the biggest changes. It used to be where a player would go 1 year at low A, 1 year at high A. And now there's more thought of pushing the player. Once they've shown for a month or two they're outperforming the level that they're currently at, we want to move them to the next challenge. And likely, like we had several players play at 3 different levels last year, which was kind of unheard of before.
Beyond wins and losses, what does a successful minor league team look like to you?
Players getting better every day. That's the main thing. That's the focus of the coaching staff, of the manager, is they want incremental improvements, that players being challenged every day, improving every day, that they have a consistent work routine and process about learning, and that ultimately they'll be taking the steps they need to get to the big leagues.
Former GM and current Visit Frederick Executive Director Dave Zidelis now with more on how the city promotes the Keys and all of the fun things you can see and do while visiting Frederick. Dave, this is your old stomping grounds. Welcome back. You left the GM role in 2021 after 17 years, but you didn't leave the city of Frederick. You're now the executive director of Visit Frederick. Talk about what the Frederick Keys means to the city and its residents.
Well, Nancy, first of all, thank you for having me here today. And all of minor league baseball, every team is certainly fun family entertainment and is really close to their community, but the Keys really bring it to another level, how close they are in the community and how family oriented they are.
Absolutely. Do you think getting its minor league status will bring more fans to the stadium?
Definitely will. This is Orioles country over time since 1989. And so that was a big loss for us 5 years ago when we lost the affiliation to the Orioles. So bringing them back, the current regime is like riding in like a white knight. So it's going to be a big thing for our community. Everyone's talking about it.
Sure. What do you think of all of the changes here at Harry Grove Stadium? It's really amazing.
I think it's amazing. It makes me want to cry, all the improvements. Going through the facility and seeing all the upgrades and improvements, it's amazing.
What was it like back in the day, like when you were first GM?
Well, my first day here was November 1st of 2004, and the place was basically a disaster area. And step by step, we made improvements, and some of it was just TLC and a coat of paint, but we brought the facility back. Back when I started, we had a number of different code violations of minor and Major League Baseball, and we became compliant completely. But we're always sort of one step behind because the facility standards constantly increased. And so to have this large renovation, $40 million, and now we're up to code and everything, particularly with the player areas, it's amazing.
How did you get fans to come? I mean, the key is always you want to keep drawing the fan base, right? Get loyal fans.
Well, that's the name of the game. You want fans to arrive at the ballpark and they're going to see something that they've never seen before. So every event, each game is its own separate event with its own promotional lineup, its own community events, its own groups. And so you want to make every game different and special.
How do you get sponsors over the years? That must have been really hard to get, businesses to say, hey, yeah, we'll give you some money. And
well, it takes an aggressive sales staff that you need dedicated. And you need sponsorship salespeople, you need group salespeople, ticket salespeople, and you need boots on the ground. They have to knock on doors, dial for dollars. You need people dedicated to it. And that's really the most commonly asked question we would get is, what do you do all off season? And it's like, what don't we do in the off season? That's when actually most of the work happens. It just as we get to go home at night during the off season. But everything that you see, everything a fan would see during the season from the promotions and the groups is because people are working actively during the off season.
Obviously, the Keys are a huge draw for locals, but how do you get those people in outside of Frederick County and DC and Baltimore to say, you know what, instead of watching the Nationals today, let's come and watch the Keys?
Well, Nancy, this will surprise you. Historically, 2/3 of the Keys attendance comes from outside Frederick County. And historically have been over 20% Montgomery County, 10% Loudoun County in Virginia, 10% Howard County. We sprinkle up into Pennsylvania, Washington County, just because of the other minor league teams that exist. And so we've always been a regional draw, and it takes an amazing marketing team constantly be pushing it out there. I think it's a little bit easier nowadays just with social media, which can be free for the most part. And so I think it's a little bit easier now, but you're in competition with the other family entertainment that exists. So that could be Adventure Park, that could be the bowling alley, that could be other things, other teams go, and that sort of thing.
For those who do come here, I imagine you're hoping they'll do more than just watch the game. You want them to head downtown, and what would you recommend that people do?
Well, I tell you, we have something for everyone here in Frederick, from history and outdoor recreation to agritourism with our beautiful farms. Certainly our beautiful downtown areas, including we're about 1 mile from the middle of downtown Frederick, which is a wonderful main street and the second largest city in our state of Maryland. So there's so much to do here for the family, and there's something for everyone in the family matrix.
And apparently Frederick County is now the fastest growing county in Maryland.
It certainly is. It's the largest county geographically speaking from a land mass standpoint, but we are the fastest growing county in the state of Maryland. Nancy, we have been found.
That's right. Beyond good baseball, what do you think the Keys are doing right to attract the crowds and get people here?
Well, as always, they are so immersed in our community. And again, they're reaching out to so many different nonprofits, community organizations, certainly sponsors and that sort of thing. So I think that the cherry on the sundae is definitely bringing the Oriole affiliation back. That's really putting it back. Plus with the full season. Major League Baseball Draft League, which we had the last 5 years, was a short season. So now we have the full season, which is nice as well.
And you said you're still a fan. You will be here?
I'm here all the time at the ballpark. Because I'm a baseball lifer. It's in my blood. I love just roaming around, and that's what I like to do. It's not like I'm here necessarily to talk to anyone or be a VIP. I like to just walk the facility, look at different sight lines, look at the beer selection. But that's the fun part for me.
Sure, and talk about the caliber of play. It's really amazing. I think for the kids, it's so fun to be able to see such good baseball close up.
You see future Major League stars play right here at Harry Grove Stadium, Nimio Field at Harry Grove Stadium. For the Frederick Keys, let alone the visiting teams. So you look at the Manny Machados, the Ryan Mountcastles, the Nick Markakises, they played right here. So Mookie Betts played right here. Like the stars that played here, it's amazing.
Sure, and they can draw a lot of people in when people know that they're, when people sense that this guy could be big.
Correct, they definitely do. And they're at such a young age when they're working their way up the ladder to eventually play in Major League Baseball. Sometimes it's their first experience with fandom. And so they're very approachable, very young, and it's a beautiful relationship and experience for the fans.
Earlier we spoke about concessions. That's come a long way too. I guess, what's your favorite and how have things changed from your eyes?
Well, I tell you, my favorite here has always been the Angus burger. Fresh off the grill, that type of thing. But we've always had a great diversity of different types of food, not only regular ballpark food, but healthy food as well.
Especially for families. I think for parents, it's amazing to have so many activities for the kids.
Correct. And they always have the old reliables, like what a child likes to eat, which is chicken tenders and fries or hot dogs or nachos. Like those are staples at the ballpark, obviously, and staples here at the stadium as well.
And homemade lemonade, all of that.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, very good. Dave Zidelis, again, with Visit Frederick. Thanks for stopping by and sharing your unique
pleasure,
perspective.
Nancy. Yep, thank you.
With the smell of popcorn and hot dogs in the air, fans could not wait to visit the ballpark on opening day.
Baseball's a beautiful thing. It's a slice of Americana. It is the premier event for summertime activities. There's nothing better than going to the ballpark, particularly when it's right here in your backyard.
I love minor league baseball just because you get to see a little bit more than the major leagues. They generally they steal more bases, they have a little bit more fun, get to play around a little bit more than what you see in the National League, and it's really fun to see. You see recruiters sometimes in the stands.
Season ticket holders and fans of the Frederick Keys are more than a little excited that their favorite hometown team is swinging for the fences as an affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles once again.
We are diehard Orioles fans, and we follow the minor leagues and we follow the draft. So, we know these players' names and when they were drafted, et cetera. So it's nice to kind of see them be able to progress.
To know that these players are now, this team is affiliated with the major league team, and you have a chance to see some of the future stars here on this field, that affiliation makes a big deal. Adds a little bit of extra pride and excitement to the games, knowing that, these aren't just kids that are out here chasing their dreams, and they are, But these are also the guys that are already in the pipeline, and you've got a chance in 2 or 3 years to see them when you go to Camden Yards.
You still get the big league play on the field, but these smaller stadiums bring you closer, which is nice. You don't have to, spend a couple $100 to be right behind home plate like you do with major league games. So it gives the families and the kids a chance too to be closer to big league players right before they make it up to the show.
Beyond the action on the field,
Oh yeah, I mean, it's local, it's close, it's easy to get here. We live 5 minutes away. You don't have to deal with the hectic traffic of like downtown Baltimore.
parents say it's a good way to have fun and introduce baseball to their kids without breaking the bank. General admission tickets are as low as $9.
I mean, like from concessions, parking, it's like a fraction of the cost.
Once we're here, it's just easy for the kids to roam. There's lots of stuff for them to do. We bounce between being able to watch the game and going back to the kids' zone.
The kids say it's worth staying until the last pitch.
There's fireworks and the kids can run the bases.
For others, it's not a day at the park without checking out what's on the menu. It seems the old ballpark staples never get old.
Hot dog and a beer, obviously, is usually the best. What about you guys, hot dog? Yeah? You definitely can't go wrong with a cold beer and a pretzel or a hot dog. You definitely got to have that.
But it's always nice to come out here and so on, have a little liquid libation, get some hot dogs, of course, got to have the hot dogs. And if you had some apple pie, we'd probably have that too.
But if you're feeling adventurous, there's some new offerings too.
I had a hot dog topped with mac and cheese and what looked like Old Bay on it, so that's interesting. I don't know. I'll see.
Thanks for watching us from the Harry Grove Stadium in Frederick. I'm Nancy Yamada from the MPT Sports Desk. I'll see you at the ballpark this summer. The game tonight starts at 6 o'clock and there's a Hawaiian shirt giveaway, a little aloha, right here in Maryland.